so you're going to begin with your ball. We're going to do Dolphin Tail to start off with. Okay, feet are out nice and wide. You're going to take your hands onto the ball and roll it out forward, setting the hips back, reaching long through both sides of the waist, opening up behind the right ribs, and gliding the hips a little bit to the left. Inhale out and widen back behind the right ribs. And exhale, pulling in through the belly button and try and fan your sitting bones up towards the ceiling. But finding length through that lower back and the hamstrings. And then roll it back in. Good, and again. Back out, sitting those hips back. Reaching the arms forward, gliding the hips a little bit to the left, inhaling out and widen back behind the left ribs, and exhale, trying not to let them fall forward. Good, and then roll the ball back in. Nice job. All right, so now you're going to come and bring your wedges with you. And you're going to lie onto your back. Bring also your 5-pound weight with you. And you're going to prop underneath of your left ribs and right hip. Okay. So you can just rest the weight onto your hips for a moment. And I want you to breathe and let everything kind of settle into the floor, into the mat. Inhaling and expanding behind the right ribs and the front of the left ribs. Excuse me, and exhale. Try not to let them pull away from each other again. And inhale, expanding behind the right ribs. And exhale. Good. Go ahead and hold on to the weight with your right hand. And your left foot reaches up into a tabletop position. You're going to press that right arm up, exhale. And inhale, lower. Good. And exhale, press to lift. Drop the chin down. And inhale, lower. And exhale. And exhale. Nice job. Go ahead and relax, and we'll switch sides. So now the weight is in your left hand. Right leg is marched up into 90-90. Drop the chin down, and you're going to exhale and press the arm up. Inhale, lower. Make sure you're dropping down through the right ribs. And lower down. And exhale. One more time. Exhale and press. Drop the chin down. Good. Lower the leg. Give your legs a little wiggle. Sway side to side. Nice job. Now you're going to hold on to the weight with both hands. Legs lift up into a tabletop position. Your knees can be kind of closer to your chest. Your arms are going to reach up overhead. You're going to inhale. Reach the arms overhead. And exhale, pulling in through the abdominals. Inhale, don't let the right ribs pop up and pull away. And exhale, drop down through the belly button, return. And inhale. And exhale. Inhale and reach. And exhale. And And one more time, dropping down through the right ribs, the left hip. And return. Good, lower the legs. And you can get rid of your wedges for now. Place the weight off to the side. Wedges off to the side. And we're going to do a couple reach for the stars. Scoot yourself over to the left. Right hand behind the head. Left arm reaching up to the ceiling. Press with the left foot. And reach that left knee away from you. And you're trying to roll the hips first. The low back, the ribs, the shoulders, and then the head. Still really reaching up through the left hand. And then begin rolling back onto your back, leading with the head and the shoulders, the ribs, the hips, and return. And again, leading with the hips, the low back, the ribs, the shoulders, and lengthening out through the top of the head. And then rolling back onto your back, leading with the head, the shoulders, the ribs, the low back, and the hips. Enjoy that. Okay, other side, slide yourself over so you have some space. Left hand behind the head, left leg straight, right arm reaching up to the ceiling. Press with the right foot, begin rolling the hips first. The low back, the ribs, the shoulders, and the head. And then begin rolling onto your back, leading with the head, the shoulders, and then really try to connect those right ribs back and down, opening up that space. And return. And one more time, leading with the hips, the low back, the ribs, and the shoulders. And exhale, head and shoulders, ribs. Nice work. Okay, now you're going to come onto your elbows and your knees. Elbows under the shoulders, knees under the hips, tuck the toes under. You're finding that length opening up behind the the right ribs. Exhale, bring the knees to a hover. And inhale, return. You're pulling in strong through the abdominals, bringing the knees to a hover and hold. Inhale, return. Try not to tuck the hips under. Exhale. One more time. Exhale and hover and hold. And return. Good. Give yourself a little wiggle. And do one more thing in standing. So I'd like you to do tree pose here. We're going to take your left foot and place it against the right leg. Okay, try not to sink into that right hip. Okay, so you're lifting up and out of that right hip and try and bring your arms up into a V position. Try not to push your right ribs forward, open up behind the right ribs, pressing down through the right leg to open this space. Good, go ahead and switch sides, give it a little wiggle. And then you're going to take your right foot, place it on the inside of the left leg, and allow that right hip to drop down. Open up behind the right ribs, reach your arms up overhead into a V. You can even come here if it's more comfortable for you. Pulling back through the abdominals, zipping up through that the top of your head. Inhaling expansive breaths out and back into your right ribs. exhale. Nice work. Okay, go ahead and shake it out. That's it.